Beautiful taro, which is not easy to do. I think their crayfish is cooked absolutely perfect. I think it's a really good dish.
I think it's a wonderful dish.
We're giving you a core ingredient worth sweating for. The hero of your dish today is crayfish.
Awesome, we love crayfish. We cook it all the time, we eat it all the time. Yeah, crayfish, great.
Back home, you might be tempted to dish up a crayfish mornay or something similar, but we are in Samoa, so we'd like a Pacific-inspired crayfish dish.
We're not that excited when we hear about crayfish. I've never cooked crayfish before. I've never opened a crayfish before. You know, they could have given us something different. Tuna, maybe?
Just one other thing. There's no oven or gas hobs. You'll be cooking on fire today. Once you get it started, that is.
I sort of thought perhaps they'd get a whole lot of the nice local men to come and light them for us. However, that's not the case.
I'm like, yeah, I can light a good fire.
Man make fire.
Man make fire.
Man good fire make.
So I'm doing the fire, and Casey's doing everything else. It's basically what's happening today. We have 1 hour to do the challenge, so I know we're really going to be pushing it for time.
Yeah, we're not on track. The fire, yeah, I mean, I'm still lighting the matches and throwing them in the fire. It's just not taking. Why is it not working? It's so frustrating.
Fire's gone out again.
Tanisha, I hope you've got a backup plan.
I look over to Verena. I know the fire's not started yet, but I think she seems to be okay. And little did I know that she was actually crying.
I'm just frustrated. I'm disappointed in myself. I'm sad. Physically, this is really taking a toll on me. It's going back to my spinal injury that I've had 7 years ago. I was shot in the spine, and it took me 6 months to learn to walk again. And for the most part, I'm fine. But when it comes to doing things that are a little bit more extreme, then that's when I do notice it. You know, having to be on the ground, kneeling, you know, standing up and sitting down in different positions, squatting, that kind of thing. So I'm crying because physically, you know, I'm really struggling with this as a result of my injury. And then emotionally, it's just taking such a toll on me. It's just, yeah, I'm really not coping.
Sadly, for one couple here, it will be the last 2 minutes in MasterChef New Zealand.
2 minutes out, James is gone again. Every time. James, sweetie.
Simon, 2 minutes to go. As usual, it's absolute mayhem out there. People running down the beach, just thinking about their presentation now. They should have been thinking about that an hour ago.
Josh, it's not mayhem. It's just madness in the midday sun in Samoa. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from the bench.
Step away, guys. That is it.
So it's called tropical ula. Ula is the Samoan word for crayfish. And it's got pickled cucumber salad. It has a pineapple salsa. We poached the crayfish in some coconut, and we also finished it on the barbecue.
There was cans of coconut cream, or did you make your own?
We used the cans of the
Canned
coconut.
stuff, yeah.
I wanted to make my own, but I took too long with the fire, so...
You did take too long.
Yes.
Not a great day for you guys yesterday. You kind of really need this to work for you.
Yeah.
How would you feel if you're on the next plane out of here?
I'd be pretty devastated.
I just think we know we can win this, and we don't want to go home yet.
The more I get into the competition, the more I know that I just want to stay here. Like, I haven't learned enough. I think there's things that I want to do and show you guys that I think we've thought of, and yeah, we're really not ready to go home.
Clearly you both really love cooking, and you know, it shows up in your food all the time. But let's hope it does show today, because you're going to need it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
you.
Being on the next flight home would be devastating, and it actually hurts my insides when I think about it.
What I love about this dish is the volume of herbs I've used. There's so much flavour in that. Got plenty of mango in there. Crayfish is cooked beautifully. The char off that. The cucumber's pickled really well. It's almost like a warm salad, isn't it? And it is just glorious to eat.
This is a crayfish salad on steroids, packed full of flavour, and something that I'd travel to Samoa for.
These girls are so back in the game. That's a top dish.
We're not 100% happy with how our dish looks. We're just hoping the flavours are there, but yeah, it's not how we envisaged it right from the start of the challenge. I don't know, it was a tough day in the kitchen. So we've got a pineapple and crayfish open ravioli and a citrus and crayfish salad.
Pineapple crayfish ravioli, I thought it was very clever.
I'm going to steal the idea. I'll put it out there now. Thanks.
You might have to refine it before then.
Yeah.
I reckon it was one of the hardest challenges that you guys have ever done. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I didn't even know that Verena was crying when she was trying to light the fire.
Are you crying?
Yes.
Why?
The fire just got the better of me. I mean, it was just really tough to think that if we're not very good in this challenge, it's because of the fire. It's not that we can't cook.
Yeah, it'd be horrible to be going just because you couldn't light a damn fire.
Yeah.
Hey, Tia's all right. Shows you care.
We got something on the plate in the end.
I mean, to me, it looks okay. You're not as clean and as sharp as what you normally do. Leave us to taste.
Verena's an amazing person. Like, she's the most inspirational person I know. And, yeah, I guess it was quite hard to know that she'd struggled today a little bit.
I think the pineapple crayfish ravioli is delicious. I love the crunch of the onion in there, the sweetness from the pineapple, the heat from the chili. The avocado brings a creaminess to the crayfish filling for it. And then you have the salsa with it, which just complements it beautifully.
The rustic presentation doesn't really do these dishes justice, does it? They're full of flavour.
Once we let you loose on this pineapple ravioli idea, I think it'll be sensational.
Taking the plate up to the judges, where it doesn't look as good as what we imagined, but we know it tastes good.
You boys are fighting for your lives today. This has got to be a banging dish. You're all over lighting the fire. That's great. Tell us about your crayfish dish.
It's crayfish tail, cooked two ways, in a mango and pineapple sauce. And then we've got a pawpaw salad with a chili, lime and lemongrass dressing.
I sort of question, you know, sort of almost minced crayfish. It looks like something that's been regurgitated that's gone on the plate. You know, is this enough to keep you in the competition? I hope it tastes better than it looks.
Okay.
Leave us to taste.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, I'm pretty worried. We know the level of competition of everyone else, and unless it tastes exceptional, yeah, we're gone.
You just get the feeling that quite often they fall into the same trap, don't they? They don't quite get pulling dishes together. I hate the fact that the salad is sort of just spread on two different sides. It does nothing for the presentation, does nothing for the dish.
Josh, this dish to me tastes better than it looks. They've shown some good knife skills with the julienne of the mango and carrot. The crayfish is cooked well, but the sauce is kind of nothing.
It's a beautifully seasoned dish. I don't dislike the dressing, but it does lack a certain oomph, doesn't it? The crayfish that they've chopped up has got nice spice through it. It's just not the most appetising thing when it's looked like that. They need to get some herbs through there. A little bit of that basil would have gone a long way to sort of lifting this dish. If everyone else delivers today, well, they're going to be left hanging, aren't they?
It's kind of a strange dish. Omelette, crayfish, salsa, chips, cabbage salad. If it was on the menu, what would the dish description be?
A plate of Samoa.
Plate of Samoa.
It's got a little bit of everything in there.
Are you convinced, Josh?
I sort of am. You two seem to get a year younger every time we do a challenge. You seem to get fresher and livelier. And
Shelley's birthday today.
Oh,
is it?
Oh, happy birthday!
No, I didn't want anyone to know. Not publicly.
Looking forward to tasting it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. It would be the best birthday present to get in the top 5. Yeah, absolutely. It'd be the only present I need.
Kind of like the Samoan whitebait fritter, but it's
Sort of
crayfish.
is, isn't it? I like the fact they've put the omelette on there because it tastes good, and if you've got crayfish left over, do something with it. And they have, you know, they've thought about it. Got red cabbage cooked, braised in coconut cream. It's delicious. The crunch from the cabbage, it's got peanuts through there, it's got lime in there, it tastes like coconut cream. You know, with the lobsters, fantastic. And the beautiful salsa with the pineapple and the chili and the papaya and everything on the side. It's just the perfect way to clean the whole thing up afterwards.
This really is Samoa on a plate, and it tastes fantastic. Boy, have we got a birthday present for them today?
I think we probably have.
Walking away from the judges, I am extremely proud of our dish. And I think when I was in Samoa, I would order that dish. It's beautiful. We've got a Samoan buttered cray on top of a taro gratin with a cucumber salad.
I mean, this competition's far from over. You know, you got enough left in the tank?
Oh, absolutely. We have given up so much to be here, and to throw it all away now would be heartbreaking. You know, I've missed my 4-year-old's first school visit today, and not gonna cry, and yeah, hopefully we did enough today to make it worthwhile missing such a pivotal time in his life.
First day of school's a hard one to miss, though.
It is a hard one to miss.
Looking forward to tasting it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
The taro was just cooked. Only just cooked. God, is it delicious, isn't it?
Really
Coconut cream, onion. It's like the island version of a scallop potatoes, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really good.
Beautiful taro, which is not easy to do. I think their crayfish is cooked absolutely perfect. I think it's a really good dish.
I think it's a wonderful dish.
We're really worried going into tasting, like, you know, this is our future in the competition on the line.
Right. Well, we all know where we're at today, don't we?
Yep.
Pretty much sat overnight on death row.
Yep. Felt like it too.
So what have we got?
Poached crayfish with pumpkin and mango puree and a cucumber salsa.
For me, that's the best presentation of the day so far that I've seen.
Thank you.
But then
No,
it's a bit of
it's the
deja vu
taste.
from yesterday, because yesterday was pretty good as well, wasn't it?
Well, you know what we've got to do?
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Today we have to be 1 or 2 or we're in serious trouble.
Now that's got some flavour, hasn't it?
And some heat.
Oh, yeah, it's hot. That is so spicy, but it's beautiful, isn't it?
We asked for flavour, and they've given it to us. I love the mango and pumpkin sauce with the crayfish. I think it's just subtle and works in harmony with that crayfish beautifully. Then you've got the little crayfish coconut, which is delicious and soft and has a creaminess to it. And then you go to the cucumber and oh boy, it's on fire. And when you're in a hot environment like this, sometimes you need a bit of hot to cool you down almost.
You do. That is an outstanding dish. Straight back to the top of the class. Have they dug themselves out of a hole?